live from the Elite Ringside Network. This is SmackTalk with Max Beattie and Spencer Hart.
Give me the green light, cause I'm ready to go. Give me the green light. I got the green light, mommy, and you know what that means. That we can do anything that you dream. I wanna make you ooh, till you scream. And I practice what I preach, if you know what I mean.
Give me what I asked for, I got a passport. Mr. International, I hit the airport. If you knew the kind of work that I transport, that Rihanna do me dirt to the crash course.
Red light, green light, what you waiting for?
Hello, everybody. It's Spencer Hart here with SmackTalk here on the Elite Ringside Network. Just finished up SmackDown Live, of course, joined here, as always, by the, what are we calling you now? The X Division Mr. Elite Ringside Network in the Bank Man briefcase title.
The name, I've got a gold belt, I can cash it in for a different gold belt.
Yay! Hi, Max.
I'm smart.
So yeah, another good episode of SmackDown Live. Started off with Charlotte Flair pretty much denouncing the leadership of SmackDown Live, saying, "Hey, I've been here for a little less than a week. Where's my title shot, bitch?" And they gave it to her. Kind of.
They more or less gave it to her.
Yeah, it was a stipulation that if Charlotte was able to defeat Naomi tonight, she would be the number one contender for the SmackDown Women's title belt, which the match would take place next week on SmackDown Live. And we'll get into it a little bit more. A weird backstage segment with Natalya, Carmella, and Tamina. I don't know what's happening there, because basically they spend the entire show as a pack just, like, staring at Charlotte, and I was like, can somebody hit someone? Throw something. Throw James at her. I'll be fine with that.
I mean, hell, Triple H threw Marlena once.
Yeah, but they just awkwardly stood there, and maybe they'll cost Charlotte next week?
I mean, I don't know. I think maybe it was supposed to be like they know her, she's a heel, she's got the Queen Bee attitude, and she just came over from another show. I thought maybe they were trying to do that, but if they did, it was, and I can't believe I'm going to say this about WWE, but it was too subtle.
Yeah?
If that's what they were going for. I don't think it worked just because it was so awkward.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure what's going to be coming of this. Now, I did hear reports that Mike Bennett and Maria Kanellis have signed with WWE.
Really?
Yeah, you didn't hear about that?
No, I hadn't.
Yeah, PW Torch is reporting it, that they have signed with WWE and they're going to be going to SmackDown.
Interesting development. Not sure if I really have an opinion on that particular development, but alright.
Yeah, I wasn't quite sure what to make of it. So
a little surprised that they'd go just to SmackDown, but
yeah, I mean, SmackDown does need the star power. So the first match of the night is the 6-pack challenge for the number one contendership for the WWE Championship. You know
what?
I don't know. Like, I read a report that Jinder was the favorite to win the 6-pack challenge.
Fucking Jinder.
But here's the thing. Why? And I think I found the reason why.
Let's hear it.
WWE is starting to push towards being a partnership in India. Yep, so they're kind of pushing him and the Bollywood Boys. They're going to have merchandise up in the new India WWE shop. That's why they're giving him the title push, or the push towards the title. It's not, if he wins the title, I swear to freaking Jesus, it will not be a good day.
I'd be okay if at some point in the future Bollywood Boys picked up some tag team gold. That'd be fine. Jinder, he's a blank space where a wrestler should be.
And I'll write your name.
I hate you. I hate you, and I hope you die.
I'm adorable.
I'm not even going to dignify that one.
I'm not even going to dignify that with a response. So after, Jinder won with interference by the Bollywood Boys. There's no disqualification, of course, in the six-pack challenge. Poor Sammy. Poor Sammy. I thought Sammy was going to win. I really did.
They just don't want to do it.
Nope.
Can't.
It's kind of like Cesaro, where he's got all the fan backing that he could have had, and they just won't do it.
Because I don't know why. I don't anything.
Yeah. So after that, we had a tag team match with American Alpha and no longer the Shining Stars. They're Primo and Epico Cologne.
That's reasons.
Because, they think with a name changer it could be like, ooh, well, tell me more. No. Yeah,
it's not how it works. I didn't care about them the last time they were Primo and Epico.
But they had the low riding bike the last time, so
I still didn't care.
If they came back with the bike, would you care?
No. I can't possibly care less than I care right now.
Come on. They
came
in with Epico on the handlebars.
And
kill me.
God, I saw better shit than that on Monday.
Yeah. So, yeah, they win because
they want me to watch Raw, I guess. No,
yeah, wow, okay, that's harsh.
I'm joking. Admittedly, though, Raw did have that one segment where Braun's like, I'm just going to leave, and he's dragging Kalisto, and I'm taking this with me. And I'm just like, oh my god, Braun thinks he was fired and thinks that he just gets a luchador as a severance package.
Can we just talk about, really quick on Raw, the ring implosion spot?
They've done that spot a couple times.
And every single one has featured the Big Show.
Well, in all due fairness, the idea is that it's supposed to be two huge motherfuckers that it happens with, so it kind of makes sense. I was fine with it.
Yeah,
I wasn't completely blown away. I mean, there's enough years of space between each time that they've done it that it doesn't really lose the shine, so to speak.
Yeah,
it's more just I don't know. It didn't wow me as much.
Props to referee John Cone, though. Holy hell. I think what he was supposed to do was fall, kind of land on the outside of the apron, and then kind of roll off the ring. No, fucker basically dove out of the ring and landed on the mat outside. So props to referee John Cone for selling the spot. I enjoyed it because I forgot there were three. I thought the only other one was with Mark Henry and Big Show, but I forgot there was one with Brock.
Mm-hmm.
But I enjoyed it. I knew it was coming. They teased it a couple times. I'm like, oh, they're going to do the ring implosion spot, aren't they? Sure as shit. Yep. Yeah.
There it is. There she be.
There it is. There's the fucking ring explosion. All right.
I mean, everything involving Braun is just... God, if they don't see him for what he is and push him to the fucking moon, they're insane.
Mm-hmm.
Mostly, I just want Braun.
So, I
want
to talk about Shinsuke again. Not on SmackDown Live this week. Does it hurt the new shine of Shinsuke if he doesn't appear?
I do think a little bit. I think either he needed to have a match tonight, or they needed to just hold off on on everything and have him debut at a pay-per-view.
Mm-hmm.
I do think he's a big enough attraction.
I agree. It kind of happened last week where Dolph said, I can't remember exactly what he said, Shinsuke comes marching down to the ring and basically just stands there and say, I'm Shinsuke, bitch! And then Dolph runs out of the ring. I said it last week, I do like that they're saving his in-ring debut. Hopefully they can hold off till Battleground. That's a long way away, though.
That is a very long way away.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
I know, and that's why I think they may be doing these video packages, because they realize, oh, shit, we got 6 weeks until the next pay-per-view.
Ooh, guys.
Would you be okay with a squash match, at least?
Yeah, I'd be fine with a squash, but
okay.
And this is something I actually kind of want to talk about real quick.
Okay.
I wouldn't mind a squash, but I've been going back and I've been watching a lot of old Nitros and Raws on the network, and specifically I've been watching Raw pre the Monday Night Wars, and then once I got caught up and switching over to Nitro. But doing this for a couple months, and there's something I've noticed. A lot of times on Nitro, coin a phrase with them was always, the start of the show was great, the middle of the show was good, it was the main event scene that was tanking. Because, first it was Hogan in the dungeon, then NWO. But anyway, they'd have squash matches, but they weren't, how do I put this? They knew how to make it look like the guy jobbing was competent, like he was a wrestler, like he belonged here, without having it be truly competitive. Like, now I'm not talking just like Goldberg. Like, I'm talking about like Dean Malenko would get in the ring with some, like, for fuck's sake, they had a guy named Mr. JL, and it was literally Jerry fucking Lynn, and he would basically, like, Mr. JL would lose, and it would not be very competitive. I mean, Malenko, one of the greatest wrestlers of that time period, but it wasn't like Mr. JL didn't get in some shots. It wasn't like he looked incompetent. Malenko murked him in fucking 4 minutes, but it didn't hurt him. He didn't look like a jobber. Raw has this problem where they either make someone look like a complete fucking punk, or they have an extremely competitive match where it's constantly back and forth, and they're doing chin locks, and they're not doing anything during the chin lock. So on top of it being weirdly back and forth between a jobber and like Kevin fucking Owens, it feels dull. So they need to kind of go back to that. Do the jobber squashes. That's fine. That's a part of wrestling. But make it look like the jobber is where he belongs here, but not so much that it's competitive. You got to find that balance again.
And let's talk about that before we go to break. The match tonight with Kevin Owens and Gary Garvey, I think his name was, from Louisville, which they were in Louisville this week.
Someone was looking ahead of me and knew why I brought that up.
Hey, you and I have been doing this for almost 2 years. I can tell your powers of foreshadowing there, my friend.
Thank you. I'm glad you picked up. Anyway, what about this? Was it Gary Garvey?
I don't know. It was Gary. I'm going to get my ass kicked.
We'll call him Mr. JL.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry, Jerry Lynn. Anyway, Kevin Owens versus what's his fuck?
Yeah, hits him like 6 times in the face, kicks him a couple times, and throws him against the ropes. Pop-up powerbomb, game over. Okay. I got up to go get something to drink, and I'm like, oh, well, shit, I missed the match.
Now, that kind of jobber squash can work fine, too. There's just, for crying out loud, you could throw, oh, yeah, this guy, he's got some experience. He just came up from the indie circuit, and then you send him up against like, Samoa Joe. No, Samoa Joe should fucking murder him. He should kill him with fucking suplexes or something. I don't know. So that's fine every once in a while. I think Kevin Owens is at a point where he doesn't need those kind of matches. I do wish this one would have made what's-his-fuck look a little bit like a wrestler instead of a crash test dummy, but it is what it is.
What do you think of Kevin's new Face of America gimmick?
it fits him really well, and if there's anyone who could pull it off, it'd be Kevin. I don't know. This is going to sound really